Okay, hey guys. Um, so it happens. We actually hit Infinite yesterday. I genuinely think I have a Marvel Snap addiction. When it comes to getting to Infinite, because oh, sorry, excuse me, I'm a bit tired. When I reached in the last video, I think we were like rank 95, 96 or something. I just played more games than I should have on my way to from back at work. Um, so I thought I'd start today by showing the deck I got to Infinite with. It is the one I used last video. This deck is amazing. It's a discard deck. It's mostly pool free. It's got M.O.D.O.K in, but I don't actually think you need M.O.D.O.K. I think M.O.D.O.K could be substituted quite easily for something else. I think M.O.D.O.K could be substituted for. It kind of needs to be a discard because what I've realized is you don't have huge amounts of discard in this deck. But if you haven't got M.O.D.O.K, I actually think Moon Knight could be quite good. Maybe kind of a bit of a cheaper option. Swordmaster's probably fine. Don't really like Sif, but Sif could be okay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with Sif. But yeah, so just to talk you through the deck a bit, in case you haven't seen it, it's basically a Lockjaw shell. You want to discard these swarms, and then when the swarms cost 0, you play them with the Lockjaw. It's quite strong. If you can keep the Hela, what I found to be really, really effective was you discard the swarms with the Colleen Wing, or you with the Hellcow if you get lucky. You have the Lockjaw on the board, you save the swarms until turn 6, then you play both swarms out, and then you play Hela out, and then if you've got the Hellcow or the M.O.D.O.K in the deck, you hopefully hit discards from the swarms on the Lockjaw, and then the Hela would immediately summon the discards without the risk of discarding the Hela. If you discard the Hela, all is not lost. You can build a really big apocalypse using M.O.D.O.K, Dracula, etc. Not Dracula, M.O.D.O.K and Hellcow, etc. And then obviously you've got the Dracula as a really good backup plan. I really undervalued Dracula as a card before this season came around. Like, I've never been a huge discard player, but I never really liked Apocalypse Dracula. But if this season has done one thing for me, it's really made me appreciate how strong Dracula is. As far as the rest of the deck goes, it's just big stuff. So sometimes you do get to play the Infinaut. I've seen a few leeches around, so it's quite nice just getting to play an Infinaut on 6 if you get leeched. Giganto's alright. Again, kind of good. No one ever really expects Giganto either. If you get to turn 6, people really expect this America Chavez. But if you drop the Giganto, they just don't really see it coming. Magneto is just one of the, in my opinion, just such a good 6-cost card. Magneto is amazing. Pretty good deck. I have noticed that it really, really struggles against a couple of things, but it might just be the way I pilot it. So against like Shuri with Red Skull, you can struggle quite a bit. Sometimes against like Miracle decks, you can struggle a bit. I think like if I were to try and squeeze one card in here, it would probably be Cosmo. The only problem with Cosmo is obviously it's quite desynergistic. But with the Lockjaw, I found that obviously if you play a Lockjaw down, quite often people like to play a Cosmo into the Lockjaw. Doesn't really matter too much, because obviously if you're not trying to play these the only unreveals really are these discard cards that you're playing into the Lockjaw, apart from maybe Hela. So the Lockjaw, the Cosmo doesn't actually bother you too much, because say you put a Colleen Wing into the Lockjaw and it goes in, even if you get like Magneto back or Hela back, you know, it's still stats. Obviously, getting the Hela off of it into a Cosmo feels bad, but hitting like the Magneto or the M.O.D.O.K into a Cosmo doesn't feel too bad. Definitely, that Shuri deck is oppressive though. God, I hate it. Okay, cool. So that's enough about the deck. We're going to do a few games with that, and then I've got something new, something special that I want to show you guys today. I got my first new card in a while, and I had an idea in my head for what I was going to build with it, and I'm quite excited to show you. So yeah. Cool. So something else I found quite a lot is obviously you don't want to play a Swarm on 2. And same with the Colleen Wing. Like, if you've got the Swarm in hand, you play the Colleen, otherwise you kind of leave it. Wicked. Not sure about playing into Washington. I mean, Washington's the hot location this weekend. By the way, guys, which means it shows up 60% of the time. This deck obviously does not really benefit from it, but we don't really care about +3 power. I'm going to play into Westview. Okay, cool. So, as our hand's quite discard friendly, I'm going to play the Hellcow. If we hit the Hela here, it's a bit sad, but it would also be really, really good. So we're just going to get 2 cards back off the bat. I definitely prefer this to sort of an Invisible Woman shell. When the season first started, I was one of those people who immediately was like, oh, Invisible Woman, M.O.D.O.K Hela, really, really good. But I, honestly, this version has grown on me a lot. Okay, wicked. We're going to snap here. So we always know that we're drawing America Chavez on 6, right? So we're going to be able to do the big play next turn. Which means that we're going to be able to play both of the swarms into the Lockjaw. Hopefully hit M.O.D.O.K. And then play the Hela afterwards. There she is. Cool. We don't know what's in this dark dimension. It could be a Cosmo. So, cool, bro. No worries. It would be a bit sad if he Cosmos left, but then we could still get the stats. So not the end of the world necessarily. We've got a decent amount of discards in our deck, so okay, that sucks. Yeah, Arrow's a big counter as well. I mean, it is what it is. Not too fussed at this point, to be honest. We're Infinaut now. But yeah, so as you can see, Arrow can be a bit unfortunate. We could have still won that, to be fair. Oh yeah, snap, you know. Like, I mean, honestly, does not bother me. My attitude towards staying in games changes so much when I hit Infinite. I was reading a post that Drewbury made last night about how he's sort of like very happy playing around low rank and not going for Infinite, and about his snapping habits and the fact he likes to play loads of different decks. And I vibe with that so much. Like, I am an Infinite player. Like, I have a compulsion that when okay, very interesting snap. I have a compulsion that when the new season starts, I just have to. My partner, she hates it. Because, like, on Tuesday, every single time, I'm just like, okay, I'll see you in about 3-4 days. I'm just going to go play Marvel Snap. And January was really, really bad. Like, why did they have to make, you know, I'm going to go for the Colleen here. If it discards Hela, we're really sad, but otherwise we're good. Okay. And I just have to, and like the fact that January's season was 5 weeks long killed me. I could snap back. I mean, if it's Cosmo, it's really, really sad. I don't know. I kind of like, to me, like having Nightcrawler makes me think it's Cerebro 2. But if it's Cerebro 2, why would you play Mr. Sinister into that? Let's see what he plays. Kazar. Okay. Fine. Sure. We'll snap back. Why not? This might end horrifically, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. So I love getting Infinite. A little compulsion really hits with me. I think it comes from the fact that with Hearthstone, I always wanted to get Legends. And Hearthstone, in my opinion, is so much worse for like meta decks. And I can remember I've played Hearthstone for like 6-7 years. Oh, beautiful. It is very satisfying to hit the big M.O.D.O.K Skeleton. I played Hearthstone for a long time, and I just could not get there. And with Hearthstone, I just refused to play like meta decks. I tried meta decks sometimes. When I finally got there, I played Lever and Paladin during the first COVID lockdown. So my perception of time is warped now. Probably like 2 years ago, and I think because I had so much time on my hand, I was like, I'm determined to hit Legends. I'm gonna do this. And I I played Hearthstone. I shit you not, probably for about 36 hours straight because you know who needs to sleep? It's a pandemic. Um, and after like going up and down from like rank 5 to like rank 1 backwards and forwards, and falling all the way back down to rank 5, and Hearthstone has rank floors, so it's not like Marvel Snap, so you can't do the silly and go all the way down to you know, like 30, I think, or 10 is at the minimum in Snap if you really, really went on a loss streak. Um, I started playing a deck that I would fondly sort of call Scumbag Shaman, and I absolutely despise myself for doing it this way. But basically, in Hearthstone, there's a mechanic where you can like transform your cards into ones that cost one more, and like Shaman has a lot of cards that synergize with it. There's a lot of like cheap cards you can transform into better cards, etc. At least at the time. And I will be completely honest. You know, I got to Legend very, very quickly playing a Dirty Shaman. Did it feel good? Yes. Am I proud of what I did? No. Not Hela? Ah, rough. You hate to see it, guys. Okay, so I really, really like Dracula here. I think we're just going to play Dracula right. Kind of thinking about Magnetoing next turn. It might be a Magneto left, but it depends what card he plays here. Craven! That's terrifying, isn't it? Do I have priority? No. Okay, so hear me out, guys. What about if we do this? This is terrible. That seems pretty good to me. This seems like the big break. Okay. Alright. You know, I really thought I was going to be a Heimdall there. But thank you. Gotta love it. Yep. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, and I got there really, really quickly, and it felt kind of dirty. But, like, after trying to get to, like, Legend in Hearthstone, that sort of, like, season for, like, literally, like, days and days and days, I was just sitting there grinding, playing. You kind of do reach a point where you're just like, fuck this. And I just don't have that with Marvel Snap. Because obviously, like, it hasn't even been a week since the new season, and I've got to Infinite, and I'd say, like, does it feel different from playing the game now? 100%, yeah. Was I having more fun? Hard to say. I think, like, for me, I get, like, quite bored now. So, like, I really enjoy Marvel Snap, but because my card progression has slowed down as I'm pull 3 complete and almost at pull 4 and pull 5, I kind of prefer having rank towards to work towards, because now all I'm trying to do is get as many collector tokens as I can so that I can get Kang when he comes out. So I'm just trying to mad grind. But obviously, because card acquisition is quite slow, which doesn't bother me as much as it does other players, but I understand why it bothers people. We're just going to play into Cloning Vats, by the way. As we've got the Hela in hand, we're just going to try and keep a decent hand size, but also feed the Hela a bit. We've got the M.O.D.O.K too, which means we can't hit the M.O.D.O.K off of the Lockjaw, which is really nice. That sucks, but not the end of the world. That's cool. Uh-oh, wrong. Here we go. This is going to be Black Panther, which we just can't beat. Oh, God, I hate this deck. I'm going to keep playing just to show you guys that this matchup's horrible. If anyone knows how to play this matchup better than me, please feel free to comment below. And for the Hellcow, I just think the only way we're really going to win this is by just sort of flooding right and hoping he doesn't hit Black Panther, but you'll see. Yeah, I just think, like, because the card acquisition is quite slow, I don't always feel as motivated to play. Like, I will, trust me, I played a lot of Marvel Snap. As you probably get that vibe if you've watched any of my other videos, / this video. And I think it's a fantastic game, but it's just a bit... Okay, maybe we can win this. It's a bit, like, upsetting that we haven't managed to hit literally anything with the Swarm, but sure, we might get Gambited here, to be fair. That would be kind of dope. I mean, we got second reveal, so the Gambit would completely destroy us. But I just think, yeah, there could be something a bit more. Like, I don't know, it's difficult. I don't know whether, like, it's the... I'm going to play this out just to see what it is now, because he's got me really curious. It could be Doctor Doom, I guess. It could be a lot of things. I don't really... Oh, it's Mr. Negative, though. Okay. Go on, show me Gambit. It's got to be Gambit, surely. Oh, no target, though, mate. Surfer? Gambit, yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Come on, Giganto, I believe in you. Come on, Giganto, you can survive. Ooh. I'm really bad at maths. Alright, fair enough. Well, at least it wasn't Black Panther. But yeah, this goes back to why I kind of wanted to put Cosmo in the deck. Yeah, so... Oh, and we discarded the Swarm. Beautiful. Highest odds. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like it slows down a lot. I definitely feel like less motivated to play. But I feel like part of what I enjoy about Marvel Snap is how much more like competitive I feel when I'm trying to climb. I mean, I've seen that like Educated Collins is like 400 plus, and I don't really think I have like the motivation to try and climb further than sort of like where I am now. I think the peak I've ever got to was last season, about 112. But that wasn't sort of by design. I don't know, it's weird because I feel like climbing and like reaching towards a goal, it's like I'm quite happy playing like a competitive inverted commas, a more like consistent deck. But, speaking of the token shop and Kang, I bought my first new card in ages yesterday. I bought Galactus. So I've actually got quite a few tokens from playing as much as I have the last week. And I have not ever looked at a Galactus list, but I'm very aware of what Galactus list is. But when the nerfs happened, everyone knows that I'm a huge Mr. Negative fan. So I was like, well, there's only one thing really you should do with Galactus, and I've not seen anyone else do this. So this is my pile of hot garbage. I'm going to refine it, but I'm convinced I've got something funny here. So essentially, the plan is, it doesn't really look like a Galactus deck per se. So for me, on my grind the last few days, I've like got 8 cubes of so many Galactus players because they'll play Electro, then they'll play a Hobgoblin, and it's very obvious what's coming. So I've decided to go down a different route, and I've kind of tried to hide it inside this Mr. Negative shell. Waves in here as... Oh, let's do that. Waves in here as well, because it helps make things a bit more consistent. But outside of that, I've got Forge and Wong. And Forge and Wong literally exist in here to buff Galactus. If he's been negatized as well, that brings Galactus up to a 210. So in theory, you could play Forge Wong Galactus all in one turn. We've got Magic, because extending the turn an extra game could lead the enemy to like making a silly mistake. And then also we can go Magic, Galactus, Shang-Chi, plus something else as well if we've got Mr. Negative down. Doc-Ock, obviously, is not a Mr. Negative target, but I just think Doc-Ock's really neat. I also think that like there's something really good about just making your opponent throw all of their good stuff into a lane with Doc-Ock and then blowing up the board. I don't have Null, because who has Null? Otherwise, Null would 100% be in here. Imagine Mr. Negative into Null. That would be insane. And then past that, Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, A, they get hit by the Zabu, which is kind of nice, but B, also, like, they're just good post-Galactus plays, in my opinion. And lastly, Absorbing Man, something that I picked up from, like, Kawa, / like, other similar streamers, / oh my goodness, why do I keep doing this? Other similar, like, YouTubers, etc., is that obviously, if you do whiff your Galactus, you can then just play Absorbing Man and copy the Galactus, and that appeals to me on, like, a cosmic level as well, which is really, really funny. This deck doesn't have a name yet. But yeah, I just really wanted to show you guys this. I made this. Galactus came back around in my shop, and I think I got up to about 8,000 collector's tokens now. And I was like, I really need Kang. But I've done the maths in my head. I'm like, I'm probably going to have enough tokens by then. Okay, so this deck is something I want to work on as well. Now that I've hit Infinite, this is probably going to be my new focus. Yeah, you know, what's that Kanye like song was saying? You know, suffering from success. You know, I started this Road to Infinite type series. It's been getting some nice views. You know, it'd be lovely to get some comments and stuff. But I think people have been enjoying it. Hopefully, hopefully it's helped you guys as well. Because I think with Marvel Snap, sometimes it can be hard to find decks that you want to use. Um, but yeah, now it's back to like, you know, it's what, the 12th of February. There's like another 4 weeks until then. We're just gonna flood Los Diablos base for him. See, the problem here is we never drew Galactus. Okay. It does seem to be a very fickle deck, though, but I won't lie, I've played about 5 games with it, and the high roll feels so good. So for me, it's like, I want to make this work as a concept. I do think Null's really important, but I also kind of need, like, a backup plan. Because as you saw there, like, that just whiffs so hard. Maybe I should have played Magic to get that extra turn. I don't know. It's hard to say, isn't it? Okay, so here's a plan. We're going to make it look like we're playing into Mojo Worlds. And I kind of want to go for the Shuri's Lab, but obviously that might not be the case. My god. Yeah, sure. Okay. I almost can't help but laugh. There's something about people snapping into this deck that just cracks me. Like, okay, cool. Yeah, Zabu, fine. Come on, give me Galactus game. Give me Galactus. I need it. So now at the moment, I'm probably thinking about magicking. I'm thinking like magic, mid, long, forge, right, unless this pulls a Cosmo. And then hopefully just Galactus left and just blow into high noon. No! Why would you run Sands, man? Oh, what a guy, eh? What a guy. Oh my god. Okay, well we've got the Galactus. I think the question now is, do we go for it? Like, we can only play 1 card a turn, right? So it's like, oh, until we Galactus, then we can play 2. So what if we go... I kind of want to go Magic Right, though. I kind of want to leave that Mojo World so he feels the pressure to play into Mojo. He skipped a turn. Oh my god, if this guy Infinaut's left, I'm going to lose my shit. Oh, okay. We've got to go for it. This gets rid of the Sandman as well. Don't be Infinaut. No. Okay, it's fine because we still have Shang-Chi, right? We got 3 cards left. If we draw Shang-Chi, this guy's lost. I just think the stark contrast between playing a deck that's actually like been tested, is quite good, you know. Like, I know that M.O.D.O.K deck's probably in its infancy and there's a lot of changes that can be made. Oh, that was oh, I destroyed Limbo. Oh no. I really thought it was going to be an Infinaut as well. I thought it was going to be like a 80 Infinaut. Okay, so a couple of problems with this deck. Firstly, that can happen, and you can whiff really, really hard. I don't even know if you guys are going to see a good game today. Secondly, what's the other problem? I can't even remember. There was something that happened last night, and I was like, yeah, this is a big problem with this deck. I think it just happened in that last game. I can't even remember what I was going to say. Oh, no. Okay, this is a good start. But yeah, it's all about having fun, you know. And this is definitely a fun deck. Not that the M.O.D.O.K deck wasn't fun, but this is silly, you know what I mean? Okay, cool. We're probably gonna go for or we could go for the Galactus on mid. That could be quite spice. Okay, so hear me out. What if we hit the Spider-Man mid, and then we Galactus right after turn 5, move all cards to other locations. Okay, so if we do this, This is Patriot, right? So, like, we do this. I've seen quite a lot of Patriot this month. I know Patriot's good. Clear for takeoff, indeed. Good magic. We could just... Oh, there's already a thing, and he's not going to be able to ruin it, is he? I think I'm just going to Doc-Ock here. God damn it. Okay, we got rid of his Mystique at least. Please put the rock left. Okay, thank you, game. There's still hope. There's still hope. Okay, I feel bad probably winning this way, but... So this is not even going to work. We're just going to get patrioted now. And I just have no way of clearing the rocks. Maybe I need to put Killmonger in this deck, or Cloak. Oh, the cracks are showing already. I thought I was going to show you guys something funny. Don't get me wrong, I've never seen someone play Mr. Negative in Galactus. This is probably exactly why, but it just seems right to me. Okay, well there you go. It's good to know that you can still win with Spider-Man Absman, eh? What a treat. Okay, let's make one quick change. Dear, oh dear. We need Cloak. I'm not sure about the Doc-Ock, but I just think the Doc-Ock is such a great troll card. What to lose? What to lose, though? It might be Wave. But then Wave kind of like makes the Doc-Ock worth using. It could be Wave. It could be Wave. Okay, we'll try it without the Wave if it feels terrible. I have a better Cloak than that. Yeah, I have a 1602 variant. I'm not very comic versed, so I'm not sure what 1602 means. I don't know if that literally means the 1600s or that means Universe 1602. But it's still a dope variant either way. Okay, cool. Man, I got done by locations the other day. We had a Shadowlands, Savage Lands, like Central Park, and I was just like, what am I even supposed to play like this? And like the other guy was like, what's it called? Patriot, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna stay in the game because his board's so flooded. Oh my god, what a mistake. I don't necessarily want to play the Cloak yet, but I also don't want to skip a turn. I think I want to try and... Surely we want to try and clear Shadowland. Oh, dude, you're breaking my heart. If I knew you had Killmonger, I would have, like, not played Cloak. It's okay. He probably thinks I'm... Oh, he's going to love this. I missed it. What the fuck is this? Cool. Okay. So my guy's probably playing Wave, right? Oh my god, that Forge. I think I just gotta go for it, right? Okay, yeah, actually we need to snap 2. We need to snap 2. We need to be boozy with this deck, guys. That's how you get your cubes back. We've retreated like 4 times, because you can do a lot of retreating playing this. And funny, but I have 0 regrets because I have Shang-Chi, and like, what's he gonna play apart from either Null or Death, right? And I have Forge. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. God damn it, man. Why are you playing this for... Why are you playing these cards? Like, who plays Hobgoblin anymore? I really thought it was just gonna be Death. Oh. But do you see what I mean, right? Like, I know I just lost, like, so many cubes, but, like, I think I'm having a much better time playing this deck than I am climbing to infinite, but it's very different, and it is very different. Like it feels very different. Okay, this is interesting. We're going to kind of play here because if Mirror Dimension turns into Crimson Cosmos, then we can't play Galactus into it, especially if we miss the negative in. Okay, cool. Cool, cool. There he is. Cool, man. I love playing Mr. Sandman. Yeah, so I think we're doing Magic Galactus. Wong Forge something. Sure, dude. I think I'm gonna do it this way though. Oh no, I've done it again. I've done it again. I've just realised what I'm gonna do. I just realised what I'm gonna do. I was gonna kill the Limbo with Galactus. Okay. The magic is a very like inclusion. I'm not sure how I feel about the magic anymore because it just seems like I'm just okay. New plan. Let's try swapping the magic for. If this deck ends up just turning into a normal Galactus deck, I'm not going to be happy because that's not what I want to do. I want to try and do I have a variant of Wolverine? I do. Oh, I don't know if I like that. I don't really like pixel variants, but a variant's a variant, right? You know, you've got to flex when you can. Okay, one more game because we've got a whole season / until Kang comes out to work on this awful deck, and I feel like Kang and Galactus actually will work really well because imagine just resetting your turn right before you Galactus. Can I also just say about how in that game with the other guy that played Galactus, if I'd had priority revealing, I would have won that. If I'd blown up his Galactus, and it makes me so sad that like you can't see what destroyed cards are because if he'd known that was another Galactus, he would have definitely been like in love. Okay. I think we're just gonna go Wong on Westview here. Cool. Kill the zombie, man. Don't be like that. Tinks. Okay. Oh, there he is. It's Galactus. Okay. Fine, you snap away, bro. Okay, so we're playing Cloak mid, so that we have the option to move stuff off of Crimson Cosmos. And also, like, now that that's happened, we can also, like, I'm so stupid, I hate stuff. Ugh. Okay, this is fine though. We'll just play Wolverine middle and just move stuff. There's no way he knows, right? There's no way he knows. It's fine. Okay, see, look, he doesn't know. He's playing left. Yep, Swordmaster, cool. Okay, this is literally fine. He's got 2 cards in hand. You never play the Apocalypse. I'll even give him the little arc. And then we'll play right. Come on, pal. You never play that Apocalypse. You need to get the discard with the Dracula. Come on, Ivan. You've watched a video on this deck on YouTube. You've learned how to play it. This guy's just clearly playing some weird destroy package. Cloak only belongs in move. Come on, Ivan. Just think what the YouTubers would do. They play left, yes. Well done. I really wanted to snap, but I either got the feeling that he might have like figured out what was going on, or like would have thought about his play a bit more. God, you know. So yeah, that's that. if you're looking for a deck to try, I would not recommend this one. Now that I actually own Galactus, I've got to say, sort of like, in the run-up to buying him, I wasn't sure. Because I really wanted him for ages, and then when I finally got 6k tokens, I was a bit like, oh, I don't know if I actually want to get Galactus. Having played him quite a bit against him on ladder, he's started to feel a bit one note. Now that I've got him, I'm really glad I did. Definitely a really fun card. Galactus or Thanos? Personally, I prefer Thanos. I think Thanos is a bit harder to use. I think there's a bit more complexity to Thanos. Thanos was the first Series 5 card I got. In fact, I think I've only got Thanos and Galactus. Where even is he? Yeah, I love Thanos, genuinely. So much so, I kind of want to go back to using the original. I just got this variant and felt like I should use it. In my opinion, it kind of depends on what kind of person you are. I think Galactus is a lot more like fun in terms of like stunning your opponent and cheating out wins and sort of going for these epic big plays that feel really good for you and really bad for them. I think Thanos is a lot more interesting in terms of deck building. Both really fun though. Would recommend spending tokens on them. I don't care what anyone says. At the end of the day, if you're like trying to play a really competitive deck, I think you can get to Legends Infinite quite easily without using without using loads of Series 5 cards. Let me see how many cards I'm still missing. Still missing quite a few cards. I mean, I feel like the acquisition's like gonna catch up. I'm pretty confident that by like start of summer, I'll probably have every card. I don't know how that'll look and feel for like every player, but bearing in mind with February, like the Zabu's gone down one tier in the Tavern Pass, and the Season Pass, and then there's 3 other 5s coming out, but then I'm expecting them to announce another downgrade, and I'm not too fussed about most of them. I really want Super Skrull, which is obviously Season 4 at the moment, and Null would be cool, but other than that, I'm not too bothered about a lot of them. Like, it's like, if I had them, I'd try the deck. So like, if I had Shuri, I'd obviously try a Shuri deck. If I had Valk, I'd probably try some kind of Valkyrie deck. Same with like Sauron, I'd try, because I like Sauron and Shuri. I've just never really played that deck. Bast would be cool. So would Darkhawk, but I kind of feel like since Zabu's got nerfed, Darkhawk kind of sucks now. Well, it doesn't suck, but he's just not as good. And like, obviously, people were commenting that before it happened. And yeah, sucks to be done. But it's been a while since I've got a card. Let's have a look and see how long it's been. I gotta do the classic. Oh, it's been ages since I've got a card. So we are here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42 chests since I got a card. And I don't know if it's done based upon Season 4 cards, so we'll keep going. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. And I got Luke Cage when he was still Series 4. So it's been 68 collectors reserves since I got a card. So I should be due one soon, hopefully. Hopefully it's Super Skrull. I actually really want Super Skrull. But a little part of me is probably a bit scared that they're going to put Super Skrull down either next month or the months after in tier level. But yeah, it's been really fun. Play this deck. It was really good. It got me to Infinite. Like I said, if you're not pull free complete and you haven't got M.O.D.O.K, that's fine. I would go for Moon Knight, but I'm sure you can find better versions of this deck online. Have a good one. It's been really fun, and I look forward to refining and adjusting this Galactus negative deck in the coming videos. See you later, guys. Have a wonderful, amazing day. Bye.